Welcome to Sankofa Rising.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
Racism in the guise of religion. Racism in the guise of religion. And I want you to see today how religion is the major vehicle for all of the wars that's fought. Racism in the guise of religion. Those who are believers in religion. Everybody say religion. Religion. It's a very powerful thing, y'all. I'm telling you, man. Those who are believers in religion see their religion as a force for good in the world. Most people who are religious honestly think that their religion is a good thing. They really do. And the reason why they think their religion is a good thing is because their intent is good. Yet religion is the #1 vehicle that is readily used as a force for hate. It's used as a force for war. It's used as a force for violence. And guess what? Even though it's religion, it's used as a force for evil. Now, it's not a requirement that individuals intentionally and actively participate in evil for this to happen, for their religion to be a vehicle of evil. I want to be sure you caught that. Most people who are religious or believe in a religion, they don't intentionally or actively involve themselves in evil activity. Yet it is their belief in and support of their religion that makes it successful in its evil activity. Am I making sense to you? For example, look at what's going on between Islam and Christendom. For centuries, Christendom has been on the attack against Islam. I'm sure many of you have heard about something called what do you call it, when they were attacking the wars that went on? The Crusades, thank you. The Crusades, where Christians slaughtered hundreds upon thousands of Muslims in the name of Jesus. They carried their shields with the crosses on it. Even their swords were made in the shape of a cross. All in the name of Christendom. Now, when believers in religion make excuses for or simply accept the horrible actions of other believers like this, they only undermine any possible opportunity for respect for that religion. One of the reasons why people are developing such a negative attitude against Christianity per se is not because Christians are evil, but because people who profess to be Christians, who are world leaders, are evil.
Religion is always in the control business, and that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business. And if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded for your goodness and hell as a place where you're punished for your evil, then you sort of have control of the population. And so they create this fiery place, which has quite literally scared the hell out of a lot of people throughout Christian history. And it's part of a control tactic.
But wait a minute, you're saying that hell, the idea of a place under the earth or somewhere where you're tormented for an eternity, is actually an invention of the church?
I think the church fired its furnaces hotter than anybody else. There's a sense in most religious life of reward and punishment in some form. The church doesn't like for people to grow up, because you can't control grown-ups. That's why we talk about being born again. When you're born again, you're still a child. The people don't need to be born again. They need to grow up. Every church I know claims that we are the true church, and they have some ultimate authority. We have the infallible Pope. We have the inerrant Bible. The idea that the truth of God can be bound in any human system, by any human creed, by any human book, is almost beyond imagination for me.
You and I are emerging people, not fallen people. Our problem is not that we are born in sin. Our problem is we do not yet know how to achieve being fully human. The function of the Christ is not to rescue the sinners, but to empower you and to call you to be more deeply and fully human than you've ever realized there was the potential within you to be. Maybe salvation needs to be conveyed in terms of enhancing your humanity rather than rescuing you from it.